Welcome back to the YouTube series. Today we are looking at the all new Ant Brothers cargo trailers. So we're going to run you through on how to build and assemble one of these. And without further ado, let's get stuck in. So once you've taken all the stuff out of the box, first step is to assemble the walls, which is super easy. There's literally 2 bolts for each side wall to hold it together. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab our front piece here. Now we can tell that it's the front by the white reflectors. So white reflectors is front, red reflectors is rear. Now we're going to find the front of the trailer, which is going to be where these L sections are here, because this is where our front little wheels attach to. So we're going to literally start with our front piece, and we're going to find our little bag of bolts with an Allen key in it. So we've found our bag of fittings, and we've got our little side bolts here, and an Allen key to install them. So I'm going to start with the first 2 and start sort of screwing that in. I'm going to loosely do them in by hand to start. Always remember just to start it by hand first and then tighten it up with the tool, just so you don't cross thread it or anything like that. So I haven't done mine up all the way, because I'm just going to put all the sides on first, because your frames do connect to each other, and sometimes when you tighten it up the full way, it's going to be a bit trickier to line your next side up. So I prefer to just tighten all the bolts up sort of 3/4 of the way and then finish it up at the end. So the second piece for your sides here, you want to look for these little studs on the outside. So there's one on each side, and basically that's for your bag insert to clip to, and this stud's going to go towards the front. I'm going to pop the 2 bottom screws in there, and then at the end I'm going to do these screws up last. So again, I'm just starting those by hand. 1. Okay, now before I finish tightening up the bottom, I'm just going to pop our side one in here, just loosely. Start that and do about 3/4, and I'll come back to that at the end and finish tightening them all up once all 4 sides are on. So again, 2 bolts for the side, and stud, press stud to the front, which supports your bag in place. Do those up loosely, and 2, our screw on the front. All right, so our back and final piece of the sides, we're just gonna start with the 2 bottom screws and then our 2 little side fellas. So now that I've done all the screws in loosely by hand, just gonna go back around and tighten them all up. So there we have it, guys, that's our sides done. Next step, we're going to find our little side bumpers, which look like these 2 plastics. These just slide on the front of your trailer. So they just slide on like so. And you want the edge to come out like this, so as if you were to hit anything, you're going to sort of deflect away. So you want to make sure you got them the right way around. Opposite one on this side, like so. That's it. So they go from the front back, they don't slide on from the rear because there is a locating screw on there. Alrighty, so we'll move on to our wheels now. Essentially what we want to do is we want to find the left and the right side. So obviously if you look at the side of the tyre here, there's actually a directional arrow, and you want that to be facing towards the front, so that your tyres are moving in the right direction. So this fella is our left wheel. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab our wheel axle pins. So there's 2 wheel axle pins in here. They look like so. On your wheel axles, you got washers and you got a spacer. We're going to take that big spacer ring off, and that's going to go between the trailer and your wheel. I'm going to pop the pin through, pretty straightforward. And then on the back side, I'm going to get our big spacer ring that looks like this and slot him on there. So he's going to go between the trailer and your wheel. So I will slide him on. And I'm just going to flip this on its side so you can see. Now there's a little locating spring here. And all we're going to do is we're going to push this out, and then our wheel should lock in. And just pop that back into place. And essentially what this does is it grabs onto the end of your axle so your wheel doesn't come off. And then we can just push down our axle from the top, make sure we hear it click, and then we shouldn't be able to lift that off from there. Then we can grab our little blue hub caps, which look like so, and just pop him on the outside of your wheel. And we're literally going to do the same on the reverse side. We're going to check the direction of our wheel is going to the right direction, and we can pop our pin through, pop that on. Okay, so we're just going to grab our little spring clip, pop that down, and we're locked in. That is not coming off. And we'll pop our little hubcap on this side, and we're good. We've obviously got our front wheels. This is if you want to convert your trailer to handcart mode, but when you're moving underway, you want to have your wheels clipped on the top here like so, and they literally just lock into the top of your wheel, little side caps here. But yeah, when you're ready to convert your trailer to handcart mode, you can literally pop them out and clip them underneath here, and all you do is then pop your safety clip through to hold it in place when you're in handcart mode. So you should be looking something like this currently. And the final next step is we've got our trailer attachment. Trailer mode, it would hook on like to your onto your trailer like so, and you can literally just pop your 2 pins through here, 1 and 2, or if you want to go to handcart mode, pop your handle in like so, and you would pop your 2 pins, 1 and 2, through like that, and next thing you can use this as a handcart. For the sake of the video, we're going to put ours into trailer mode. I'm just going to line our holes up nice so our pins go on with no dramas. So 1 pin, 2nd pin through, like so. And now we can install our hitch onto our bike by taking the axle nut off your bike. And you can bolt this fella on to your bike, and that would literally slide into here, and you pop the pin through and you are good to go. You can also use this little safety cable and just sort of like wrap that around your bike frame as a precautionary item as well. Alrighty, so we're going to grab our cargo bag here. I'm going to pop this in like so, and this is pretty straightforward. All you need to do is literally just going to Velcro all the sides on like so, and there's our bag done. And the final step is our top lid. So you can literally sit this little fella over the top of your trailer. It's like a waterproof cover. So if you get stuck out in the rain and the weather, you'll be all good. And like I was saying earlier in the video, you want to make sure you get this stud the right way around, because that's what holds your little lid on. I'm going to literally pop him on, 1 and 2. We've got this little flag, which obviously this is optional if you want to put this on or not. Goes into the back top of your frame. You can't have it on with your lid on. But yeah, if you want to have your flag up, there's another option for you. All right guys, before we wrap it up, we're just going to do one final check of all the nuts and bolts on the trailer. And also we're going to do our tire pressures too, which we normally would do these fat 20x4 tires to about 22 psi. So we're going to pump those up, make sure they're all good. But otherwise, the trailer does come with 2 size hitches, a 12 and a 14 mil, depending on the size of axle that your bike has. But yeah, that's it guys. We're going to wrap it up here, and if you've got any questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video.